Hello student, today we are going to study NCERT Political Science Class 6 Chapter 4 Key Elements of a Democratic Government. Now you are thinking what kind of the democratic government is because the subject is new for you in this class. In the previous three chapters, you have come to know about how in the India the government used to do the work, like the union government, the state government, the local government, the panchayat, the municipality, the Jilla Parishad. All this you have to come to know about. In the previous three chapter, if we recall it, then what we come to know that what are the certain things which is done by this particular type of government. If we talk about the union government, they used to work at the central level. If we talk about the state government, they used to work at the state level. If we talk about the local government, that is in the municipality and you can say it in the panchayat. They used to work at the city level and in the town or the village level. So this type of work they used to do over here. Before starting this chapter, what the points we have to cover is the first is the South Africa story, the participation, other ways of participation, need to resolve the conflict, inequality, and justice. So, what the democratic government is? The democratic government means where the people the people who cast their vote on the basis of that when the election result used to come out, so we used to elect our representative. This is called a one form of democratic government means where we are giving our we casting a vote to any of the party from which we elect our leaders. That is called the democratic country means जहाँ पे हम लोग वोट देते हैं अपने नेता को चुनते हैं जो वो अपनी गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म करता है उसको हम बोलते हैं डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट मीन्स वे वी गिविंग द वन वोट वन वैल्यू टू द वन पर्सन दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज द डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री where the government is for the people by the people and it's going to be for the people. This statement is told by the Dr. Abraham Lincoln, which is he is from the USA. So in this starts from the South Africa. How in the South Africa there is a discrimination between the white and the black people because there is a racism where they used to discriminate between these two people ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट मतलब साउथ अफ्रीका में क्या होता था कि वहाँ पे रेसिज्म कहा जाता है रेस इन द मतलब जहाँ पे कलर के बेसिस पर भेदभाव किया जाता है कि कौन इंसान व्हाइट है इसको ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट दी जाती है कौन सा ब्लैक है उसको कम रिस्पेक्ट दी जाती है तो ये सारी डिस्पैरिटी हम इस चैप्टर में जानेंगे क्या होता है क्यों होता है और किस लिए होता है तो दिस इज द की एलिमेंट ऑफ दिस सो स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम योर चैप्टर 4 key elements of a democratic government. Here we come to know about first our India and the rest of the country. But we start with the South Africa. South Africa is a country that has the people of several races. Means the people of the several colors. Who is having the white color, some are having the black color, someone is having the British color. British color means गेहूं का जैसे कलर है उसको बोला जाता है ब्रिटिश कलर सो मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर ऑफ द इंडिया दे आर हैविंग द कलर लाइक द ब्रिटिश जस्ट लाइक द wheat. There are the black people who belong to the South Africa, white who come there to settle, and the Nears who came as the laborers and the trades. Maya Naidu, an 11-year-old South African girl living in the town of Johannesburg, she used to live in the Johannesburg, was helping her mother to clear up her old boxes. She found a scrapbook, full of pictures and newspaper articles. There were many pictures of the young schoolboy of the around 15 years of age. When she asked her mother who the boy was, she was told that she was told that he was called. Now she told that the one is boy is called me. So like here the Maya said to his mother that कि मम्मी मुझे कोई बुला रहा है. He had been shot by the police. Maya has shocked why. So he has been shot by the police. Maya shot by. He asked. Her mother explained that the South Africa was earlier governed by the apartheid laws. Means they used to discriminate on the basis of their race, whether who are the people, those who are white in color and the black in color. So those who are the people are black. They used to ask by the army that you have to shortle that. The apartheid means the suppression on the basis of race. The suppression on the basis of race. South African people were divided into the white and black. They were divided into white and black. India and the colored race. India and the colored race. According to this law, races were not allowed to mingle with each other. Now the white and the black people do not get married with each other. That means the mingle with it means the जो white people है और जो black people उनको शादी करने के लिए मना कर दिया जाता था. To live near each other वो भी मना किया जाता कि आप आस-पास में नहीं रह सकते हो. इसको बोला जाता party law or even to use the common facility. Common facility in the sense they are not allowed to go in the school. Like white and black people don't स्टडी इन द स्कूल यानी एक पर्टिकुलर स्कूल था जो व्हाइट पीपल थे यानी जो इंग्लिश पीपल थे जो ब्लैक पीपल जो कि साउथ अफ्रीकन पीपल थे उनको अलाउड नहीं था कि आप एक जगह बैठकर स्टडीज करो आप एक साथ चर्च जा सको जैसे कि हमारे इंडिया में था जो आपको याद हो वी हैव द अनटचेबिलिटी सिस्टम वेयर द अपर कास्ट एंड द लोअर कास्ट कांट सिट टुगेदर जस्ट लाइक दैट इन द same you can see in the South Africa where the people the white people and the black people do not come together they can't do the jobs they can't go to the school they can't go to the churches they can't live in the same society they can't do the same kind of work like maybe you can say the public places or the private places. So Maya could not believe her ears. The Maya mother sounded angry when she spoke about her life under the apartheid. She told the Maya that in those days hospital was separate. Now think about it. Hospital also separated. The black people go to the black hospital and the white people is to go in white hospital. So were the ambulance. The ambulance also different. Bus also different. Trains different. Flights were different. Each and everything was different. Now think about it. How these people, the black people, have to exploit that much. You can't think about it that much. The white people used to exploit them, suppress them. An ambulance meant for the white people would always be well equipped, while one meant for the black people was not known. There were the separate trains and buses. Yes, there were the separate train and buses. Even the bus stop were different from black and white people. Now the bus stop were different for black and white people. No, non-white were not allowed to vote. Non-white people were not allowed to give the vote. The best land in the country was to reserve for the white people, and the non-whites had to be live on the worst available land. Thus, the black and the colored people were not considered to be equal to the whites. So here, the black people are not considered as like the white. Here मतलब क्या है कहने का कि black people को white people की तरह equal नहीं माना जाता उनको discriminate किया जाता on the basis of the race. One black township was the southwestern township that is Soweto, उसका जगह का नाम Soweto. The Hector Peterson lived here and he and his classmates joined the protest against the learning the Afrikaans language in the school. Now they used to protest that we want to speak the African language rather than the your white language. So this was the language that the white spoke. So like wait, one black township was the southwestern township that the name is Soweto. Hector Peterson lived here and he and his classmates found that here Peterson lived there and he and his classmates joined the protest against the people who to speak the African language. This was the language that the white was to spoke. Hector and other school students were being forced to learn this language because they used to speak the another language. So these black people were people forced by the white people that you have to speak this अफ्रीकन लैंग्वेज. अब यहाँ कहने का मतलब क्या है कि पीटरसन और जो उसके फ्रेंड्स थे वो इस लैंग्वेज को प्रोटेस्ट करने लगे क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द वाइट पीपल यूज्ड टू स्पीक दिस लैंग्वेज और उनको फोर्स किया गया कि आपको ये अफ्रीकन लैंग्वेज सीखनी पड़ेगी. Then this language but they wanted to learn their own language क्योंकि उनके खुद की लैंग्वेज उनको सीखने नहीं दिया जाता था. Zulu, the South African place, beat up the protester mercilessly and shot at the crowd. अब जो साउथ अफ्रीकन प्लेस था beat up the protester यानी जो protester था उसको mercilessly and shot at the crowd उसको crowd में shot कर दिया. One of the bullets killed the Hector. एक जो bullet था Hector को क्या करे kill कर दिया. This was on June 16, 1976. The African National Congress, a group of people who led the struggle against the apartheid, and the most well-known leader that is the Nelson Mandela. सब लोग जानते हो he is the first president of the South Africa and you can say the father of the nation that is the Nelson Mandela fought for the apartheid system for the several years. Finally, the succeed in it isn't mentioned in this book. They got the independence on 26 April 1994. South Africa will become a democratic country in which people of all the races are considered to be as the equal. Now, the next topic of this chapter is the participation. What the participation is? Why do we elect? If we think about it, only the government have the duty to do all the kind of work. No, our participation is also important because if we're going to participate it, the government is going to help us. We're going to help the government and government going to help us. So the collective that they used to take the decision, they help us and they help the nation and they help the people. या कहने का मतलब क्या है कि सिर्फ सारा काम गवर्नमेंट को ही करना चाहिए? क्या हमारा कोई काम नहीं कि हम गवर्नमेंट की हेल्प मदद कर सकें? अगर हम अब गवर्नमेंट की मदद करें तभी तो गवर्नमेंट हमारी मदद करे, बिकॉज वी आर एक्सप्रेसिंग our views, we are expressing our ideas, we are sharing our ideas with the government. On the basis of that, they take the all the collective decision and they need to discuss, yes, this thing is going to help you and this thing doesn't going to help you. So the why do we need a regular election? हमें regular election की क्यों जरूरत है? Because if the same type of government or the same type of party again they used to come again and again, so like on the basis of we can say that it's kind of a dictatorship or conquerorship, because if the particular government is not going to do a you can say the correct way the work, so we can change it after the 5 years. अगर कोई गवर्नमेंट अच्छे से काम नहीं करती है, करेक्ट वे में नहीं करती है, तो हम उसको 5 साल के बाद हटा सकते हैं और अपने वोट से हम दूसरे गवर्नमेंट को ला सकते हैं. सो यू हैव ऑलरेडी रीड इन द प्रीवियस चैप्टर दैट पीपल मेक द डिसीजन इन द डेमोक्रेसी. ये आपको अच्छे से आइडिया कि डेमोक्रेसी में हम अपना खुद का डिसीजन बनाते हैं थ्रू वोटिंग इन द इलेक्शंस. People elect the leaders to represent them. This representative take the decision on the behalf of the people. In doing so, it is assumed that they will keep in mind the voice and the interest of the people. They will keep in their mind the voice and the interest of the people. उनको ये idea होता है कि हमारे peoples को क्या चाहिए. All the government are elected for the fixed period. Yes, they are elected in the India for the fixed period, that is the 5. And India the period is the 5 years. If we talk about the US, they have the 4 years. If we talk about any other country, they are having the difference. If we talk about the Mexico, they are having the 6 years. In India, this period is 5 years. Once elected, a government can stay in the power only for the period. If they want to continue to be in the power, then they have to be re-elected by the people. This is the moment when the people can sense their power in the democracy. In this way, the power of the government gets limited by the रेगुलर इलेक्शन, जिससे जब रेगुलर इलेक्शन होता है एवरी 5 ईयर, तो उनके जितने भी पावर्स है वो क्या हो जाता है, यूज टू कम अंडर दी लिमिटेड वे. द अदर वे ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन, दूसरा वे क्या हम कैसे पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं. द थिंग इज द इलेक्शन आर यूजुअली हैंड वंस इन द 5 ईयर. Beside voting, there are another way of participating in the process of government. People participate by taking the interest in the working of government by criticizing it at a particular criticizing it when required. What the thing is over here, when the particular plan or the scheme or the initiative which is started by the government, if you do not like it, you can criticize it. By this we can participate over there. मतलब कोई भी काम जो गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा पास किया जाता है और अगर हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता है तो हम उसको क्या कर सकते हैं, उसका बहिष्कार कर सकते हैं, उसका क्रिटिसाइज कर सकते हैं कि पर्टिकुलर चीज में ये कमी है, आप उसको पूरा करना चाहिए. See, in August 2005, when the particular government increased the money people had to pay for the electricity, people expressed their disapproval very sharply. They took out the rallies and also organized a signature campaign. It's because that they used to start doing the protest and they used to start the organize a signature campaign. The government tried to explain and defend its decision, but finally listen to the people's own opinion. When the people start using the criticizing it, so they start listening the opinion of the people and withdrew their increase. So government had to change its decision because it is responsible to the people. So now here the government had to change that decision because it is responsible to the people. There are many ways in which people express their views and make the government understand what action they should take. So they make the ways the people expresses the views and make the government understand what action they should take. This includes the धरनास, यानी बहुत से लोग धरना भी करते हैं अगर उनको अपनी बात मनवानी होती है. They start doing the rallies, they doing the strike, they signature campaign. Signature campaign in the sense, अगर मान लो कोई गवर्नमेंट अच्छे से काम नहीं कर रही है तो पर्टिकुलर पेज पर हमें अपनी जो मांगे मनवानी होती है, we can sign out that and we can apply it on the court that these are the things we want to change. We want to see the change in our country. The things that we unfair and unjust are also brought forward. Newspaper, magazine, and the TV also play a role in discussing the government issues and their responsibility. So they used to, you can say that they used to read in the newspaper, read in the magazine, and they used to watch in the television. While it is true that the democracy always allows the people to participate, it is not true that not all the section of a people are actually able to do so. Another way of people participation is to by organizing themselves into the social movement. that sit to the challenge of the government and its functioning. Members of the minority communities, Dalit, Adivasi, women, and others are often able to participate in this manner. While it is true that the democracy allows the people to participate, democracy में allowed होता है कि आप participate कर सकते हो. Then it is also true that not all the section of the people are actually able to do so. Another way of people's participation is by organizing themselves into the social movement. They sit the challenge of the government and its functioning. Member of the minority community, Dalit, Adivasi, women, and others are often able to participate in this manner. If the country's people alert and interested in the how the country is run, the democratic character of the government of the country will be stronger. अब इसमें जैसे कि लोगों को इंटरेस्ट होता है कि गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है, तो उनको ये पता रहता है कि हाँ गवर्नमेंट कुछ अच्छा काम कर रही है नहीं, और जब वो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं कि हाँ ये आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, अगर वो कोई बुरा काम कर रही है उसको जो क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, तो हमारी जो डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री होती है, ये जो लोकतांत्रिक कंट्री होती है, किस रूप में आती है, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग डेमोक्रेटिक के रूप में आती है. सो द नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल सी द रैली वाइडनिंग थ्रू द स्ट्रीट ऑफ अ सिटी, टाउन और द विलेज, we should pause to find out what the rally is about. ये रैली किस चीज के इसके बारे में पता चलता है, who is participating it, उसमें participate कौन कर रहा है, and what they are protesting about, वो किसके बारे में protest कर रहा है. This will help you to give us a sense of how the government work. Need to resolve the conflict. अब conflict कैसे हमें जो लड़ाई हुई किस तरह से उसको resolve करना चाहिए. In the Maya story, you read about how the conflict can often led to the violence and death because one group decided that it is all right to use the force to prevent the other groups from the protesting. ये करेक्ट वे में माना गया कि फोर्स किया गया कि दूसरे ग्रुप को प्रिवेंट किया जाए प्रोटेस्ट करने से, लड़ाई करने से. सो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अकर्स विद द पीपल ऑफ डिफरेंट कल्चर, रिलीजन, रीजन. कल्चर मीन्स जो हमारी सांस्कृतिक होती है वो, रिलीजन मीन्स हमारा धर्म, रीजन मीन्स हमारा एरिया या फिर स्टेट, और द इकोनॉमिक बैकग्राउंड रहता है, आर्थिक हमारे जो चारों तरफ होता है जो कि उसको हम अफेक्ट ना करें. Do not get along with each other, or when some among them feel they are being discriminated against, people may use the violent means to settle their differences. Now the people over there use the violent means to settle over difference. This led to the fear and tension among the living in an area. Now the people have started the fear if the certain of the, you can see the religious people start fighting with each other. यानी कुछ धर्मों के लोग आपस में जो लड़ने लग जाते हैं तो लोगों के अंदर एक डर महसूस हो जाता है. जैसे कि हम बात करें हिंदू मुस्लिम के बीच में लड़ाई हो गई या फिर कोई दो दूसरे धर्मों के बीच में लड़ाई हो गई, तो then starting fearing that like it's some interval of time something is going to happen to us. So government is responsible for helping to resolve the conflict. Let us read about some of the conflict in our society, the role of government in resolving them. So Indian constitution lays down the basic rule of law that is to be followed by everyone, that the law for both the government led and the people, that the conflict and references have to be resolved according to the laws, or according to these laws. We will read about in the like you will read in the higher classes that how in according to which article, according to which law the conflict can go to be resolved by the courts, that none of the religion have allowed to conflict with each other. यानी किसी भी धर्म के लोगों को ये वो इजाजत नहीं है, ये राइट नहीं है कि आप आपस में लड़ो. अगर आप लड़ते हो तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको क्या दिया जाएगा, they will give you the punishment. Religious procession and the celebration can sometimes lead to the conflict. ये कभी कभी क्या स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट करना स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. For example, the route procession take may lead to a conflict. Now procession take may lead to a conflict. The government, particularly the police, play an important role in getting representatives for the concerned community to meet and try and arrive at the solution. यहाँ पे जो उनके the represent the leaders जब उनसे मिलते हैं तब वो एक solution निकालते हैं कि दोनों के बीच में क्या हो जाए, समझौता हो जाए. And the English we used to call it the resolve line. So the representative have the dignity. They have the right that they can resolve whatever the conflict is going to over there between the two communities. At this time, there is a fear of the violence may erupt, with the people throwing stone or trying to disrupt the procession. The police is responsible for ensuring that the violence does not take place. So the police is responsible for ensuring that the violence does not take place. River too can become a source of conflict between the state. Yes, it is true that the Telangana, or if we talk about the Andhra Pradesh, they used to fight for the water. And if we talk about the Gujarat and the MP, they also fight with each other for the water, that is the Narmada. So a river may being in one state flow through the another, and in the third, the sharing of the river water become different states that the river goes through is becoming an issue of the conflict. For example, you may have heard about the Kaveri. आपने Kaveri water के बारे में सुना ही होगा. Dispute between the Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu. The water stored in the Krishna Rajya Sagar Dam in the Karnataka is used for irrigation a number of districts and for meeting the needs of the city of Bangalore. The water stored in the Meerut Dam in the Tamil Nadu is used for the crops grown in the delta region of that state. The conflict arises because both the dams are on the same river. The downstream dam of the Tamil Nadu can only be filled of the water released from the upstream of the located in Karnataka. अब जो कर्नाटका से पानी छोड़ा जाता है वो जो तमिलनाडु में आके भरता है. So it's written over there, a conflict arises because both the dams are on the same river, and the downstream dam, Tamil Nadu, can only be filled with the water released from the upstream located in the Karnataka. So therefore, both the state can't get as much as water as they need for the people in the state. So they do not get, because from the same river they used to get the water. So when the Karnataka people used to release the water, then the downstream, the Tamil Nadu used to get the water. So both the state do not get the enough water where they want to where they want to the water for their people. So this leads to the conflict. This is the main reason where the people used to fight with each other. The central government has to step in and say that the fair distribution will work out for both the states. So this is the flow of being of the Kaveri river. You can say both sides the place. The quest flow of Kaveri discourse being at the center of the heated conflict between the two states for at least 30 years. Now think about it. They used to fight with each other for the 30 years. यानी 30 साल तक वो लोग इस कावेरी के पानी के लिए लड़ते रहे कि इतना पानी हमारे स्टेट में आना चाहिए, उतना पानी हमारे स्टेट में आना चाहिए. We feel surprised that the people used to fight for the water, but water is the necessity for us. So whatever the state is there and whatever the water river or water stream over there, we have to distribute the water equally in the different cities. If there is one stream, if there are the three states, so we have to divide the water according to that, the what kind of population they have and what kind of water they require. So we have to distribute equally, and this is the work of the representative of that particular state. Now, equality and justice. Yes, in our constitution, it's mentioned that irrespective of caste, creed, the place of birth, the state you belong from, whether you are Hindu, Muslim, irrespective of your religion, whether you caste, lower caste, upper caste, or custom, we all are equal. If some of the people used to commit any of the wrong things, just like minority is disturbing the majority, or majority is disturbing the minority, so we are punished by the law. So in our constitution, it's mentioned that we are equal in the front of the law. So one of the key ideas of the democratic government is the commitment to the equality and justice. Equality and the justice are inseparable. We can't separate the equality from the justice, and from justice from the equality. They are inseparable because they are separate. We can't separate it. They are, you can say, joined with each other. The earlier practice of untouchability is now banned by the law. Yes, after the, you can say that after the independence or the post the independence, they abolish or they remove the untouchability from the India. If some people used to still do that, then they used to punish by the law. This group of people were denied the education. Lower caste people didn't allow. If you recall from where you read in the previous chapter from 1, 2, and 3, with the untouchable people do not allowed to get the education to go in the temples, to go in the park, to go in the public places. So here they also punished by that. The transport or the medical facility, they do not get this kind of facility as well. Even the chance to offer the prayer. So Dr. Ambedkar, whom you have read about earlier in this book, that many other like him release that such practice must not be continued, that justice can only be achieved when the people are treated equally. When the people is to treat it equally, then such kind of thing is going to be over there. The government also recognizes this and make a special provision for the group within the society that are unequal. For instance, in our society, there is a general tendency to value and care for the boy child more than the girl child. In our society, there is the kind of a certain tendency or certain in our Indian society, most of the importance we are going to give to the boys rather than the girls. But the thought that the boys are the important part of their life, they going to take to the like the in the hierarchy and इनके नाम को आगे तक ले जाए and he can do all kind of work, just they can do he can do the job. और उनके मरने के बाद उनको जब उनको जलाने जाएगा तब उनको क्या मिल जाएगा मोक्ष. This kind of they following the, you can say, the certain tendency, so they giving the utmost importance of boys rather than the girls. This means that society does not value the girl and the boy child equally, and that is the unjust. In this context, the government step into the promote justice and providing the special provision that can enable the girl to overcome to the injustice that are subject to. Means each and every people, we can say the individual, or if we say the other words, the in the basis of the, we talk about the gender, the male and the female, or the boy and girl should get the equal chances in the education, in the sports, or anywhere of the field. They should get the equal chance. That if they want to take the education, they can take it. If they want to do the job, they can take it. None of the people have the right to discriminate on the basis of the gender. So they have passed the provision that we should treat the people equally. That it is possible that fees of the girls might be waived. Yes, number of the initiatives is started by the government. They do not take the fees of the girls in the government school and the colleges. Then how do you think the lowering of the school fees would help the girls to attend the school? Because the number of the parents earlier, they were like they are the poor, so they do not send their girls to the school. And the another reason was that at that time there was not a proper toilet for like the girls and the boys, so they don't allow to send their girls to the school. Another reason also that they with what the parents thought that with the girls going to educate, so in the future she will not going to marry or she will do the job, so they won't accept that. So that's why they do not send the girl child to the school. So you have, if you recall it, you have read in the previous chapter of the midday meal school why they started the midday meal schools because of the number of the ways. First thing is that the parents are influenced that they used to send their child for take the education first thing. Then after the like most what the teachers saw that in the government school, in the early morning the student used to come in the school to take the education, but in the recess when they used to go for the taking their lunch, they do not come back after that. So they started this initiative by which the number of the people used to came to take the education that the free of cost, and the people who are the peasants, who are the laborers, they do not have to bother about whether their child want to eat or they do not want to eat. So the government take all the responsibility till you can say about for the education on one day meal, by which the number of the poor people, or you can say the number of the other peoples, you can say the peasants, the liberals, the marginal farmers or the marginal workers, they can send their child to take the education in the this course. So far, we have learned in this chapter that the democracy is utmost important part of the factor in which the we can participate in the government activities by giving the vote. The first and the foremost thing, by giving the vote, we can participate in the democratic country. Second thing, if we take the interest in the politics, or if we take the interest in what the government is doing, by which we come to know that if the government is doing the correct work, so we can opposing harm and we can give the that you are doing the good work. If they are not going to do the correct work, so we can criticize them that this type of plan, what are the initiative and what are the scheme you have made, there are some disparity over there, so you have to resolve it. If they are not listening to you, you can do the protest just like the dharna, the strike, the rallies. Number of the things are there, and the signature campaign, where by doing the signature, you can apply that particular page to you can show in the front of the, you can say in the municipality, maybe in the panchayat, maybe in the Jila Parishad, or maybe you can apply it in the court that this type of changes we want to see in our country, because this whosoever the elected representative, or you can other words you can say the leader, he is not doing the correct works. We want to change. We want to see the changes. If you think about the South Africa, how by the Adrian law, where the according to the races, you can say according to the color, how the people used to discriminate the white, the white used to thought that we are the superior and the black people are the inferior. What they thought that the European civilization is much far better than the Asian societies or the Asian countries. So they used to discriminate between them. So these are the way by which we can participate in the government. Then other ways of participation, which I already explained, that is the if the government is not doing the correct work, we can criticize it. Need to resolve the conflict? Yes, we can resolve the conflict. Like if the two communities are going to fight with each other, so it is my duty. If I am the representative, if I am the leader, so it is my duty. Then I have to resolve this conflict on that very moment. So none of the people think that I am the superior, I am the inferior, I am the winner, and you are the loser. So these are the things which are this equality and justice. Yes, we can't discriminate any of the people on the basis of their religion, caste, community, place of birth, state they belong to, the gender, especially the gender. Here in your chapter, because the boys and girls, we should get the equal chance for the education, for the jobs, and for the playing. Because by which the number of the girls used to come in the school, take the education, they make the career. So far, we have discussed in the chapter that yes, we are the important, whether it's girl or boy, and we can participate in the democratic country. I hope you like this video. Thank you.